everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Comic Shop Adventure. I am the Athletic Geek, and this is my weekly excursion where I leave the homestead here at Athletic Geek HQ in search of my weekly bounty of comics, graphic novels, collectibles, figures, and whatever the bounty may bring. I actually took last week off from the adventure because I had to go to All In Chicago, so my picks are actually from 2 weeks ago. What's out from a couple weeks ago? Justice League Dark was probably my favorite book. Just really, really cool how they're telling so many different stories and they all kind of loop back together. You know, I'm really enjoying Wonder Woman's role in this book, and I also enjoy. It seems like there's a little something going on with Swamp Thing and John Constantine, so I love me some John Constantine, so yeah, really enjoyed that book, and that was probably, the undisputed pick. Terrifics was really good. They're just, it's a really fun book, but still manages to keep an air of seriousness about it, so that was also one of my favorites from last week, or 2 weeks ago, I guess I should say. Yeah, I didn't really have look like a big pull list last week, so I decided to take the adventure off to get some rest for my big wrestling trip to Chicago. But I'm here for another adventure this week, and the bounty may be a bit bigger, but we will see how it turns out. But I'll see when I get back to the homestead. Alright, I am back here at the homestead at Athletic Geek HQ, and I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get to this week's bounty. We're going to start off with Avengers number 7. I'm kind of enjoying this. It's not, and I'm not trying to make a slide on him because he's a great writer. It's not my favorite Jason Aaron run on anything that I've ever read, but it's still a really, really solid Avengers book. I kind of like being able to, with Avengers, kind of get my fix of the various Marvel characters in one book. So, and it's not a bad storyline. Other people might disagree, and I still think that Jason Aaron is one of the best writers of this generation. But not everything's going to be a home run. Every now and again, you're going to get a single or a double, but it's still a hit, and I still enjoy the book. So, Avengers number 7. And from there we go to Daredevil Annual number 1. I think this is more of a one-shot from what I've read. It's not really going to tie into the ongoing story of Daredevil, but I'm a completionist, so I picked it up. From there we go to Deadpool number 4. This book has been hilarious. It's been just such an awesome book. I maybe don't talk about it as much as I should, but Skottie Young is doing a tremendous job on this book so far. Just as much as Jerry Dugan. He gets the humor, he gets the action. He knows Deadpool, he knows how to write Deadpool. And yeah, it's just a really good book. And if you're a fan of Deadpool and you ain't reading this, find a way to get it, because it's just really, really good. So Deadpool number 4, Skottie Young, great book. We go to X-Men Gold number 35, and this is going to be kind of the conclusion of the Storm-centric kind of story arc they had going on. She's going back to her home country, and a whole lot of shenanigans are going on over there. So the rest of the X-Men are going to help her put a stop to this. I'm a fan of Storm, and I've really enjoyed this Storm story arc. Maybe not as much as other books, but if you're gonna give me more Storm, I'm gonna really enjoy it. So this will be the conclusion of the story arc. It's hopefully gonna go out with a bang, but there you go. X-Men Gold number 35, and then we go from there to Astonishing X-Men number 15. And, we'll just see how this book goes. I thought I was going to drop it when they, changed the team up a little bit, but I haven't. It's been an okay book so far. Kind of get, with the different X-Men books, you kind of get, what I like is how they have different teams, so you kind of get different characters, different interactions. You kind of get your fix, if you will, with different members of this large X-Men universe that they've built up. You know, Gold, you know, you saw on the cover, you have Kitty, Storm, and Kurt. But, you know, here you have, you see Alex, you see Colossus, Beast. So, two different teams, but still characters I enjoy. So, Astonishing X-Men number 15. From there, rounding out the list of Marvel books on the pull list this week, it is Old Man Logan Annual number 1. Again, I believe this is just another one-shot, but yeah, we'll see where it goes, and might be a fun little interlude with everything going on with Old Man Logan right now. With the miniseries, The Return of Wolverine. I'm thinking that Old Man Logan, at least as an ongoing title, might be wrapping up, and with how the new story arc kind of began, you kind of get the sense that this is going to be the conclusion to this run. So, you know, I'll take any Old Man Logan I can get now at this point, and if that includes a one-shot annual, so be it. We move from the Marvel Universe to the DC Universe now, with Green Lanterns number 54. You know, Dan Jurgens has done an okay job so far. I think I still preferred the previous creative team, but I've been enjoying this story arc with kind of what's going on with Simon Baz. So, you know, hopefully it keeps up. And again, it's maybe not exactly what I liked previously under the old creative team, but it's still pretty good, and it's still on my list. So, Green Lanterns, number 54. And from there, Justice League, number 7. You've heard me praise this book. You've heard me praise Scott Snyder. You've heard me praise how he writes the team and how he writes the villains and everything. To quote Stan Lee, enough said. Justice League, number 7. If you're a fan of DC, if you're a fan of DC characters, and even if you're not, I'd still think you owe it to yourself to at least give this book a try. If you can appreciate good writings and you're not just a complete Marvel, you know, fan person to where you are completely loyal and you don't like anything DC, I think you can appreciate and enjoy this book. It's really, really well written. The art is great. It's just a great book. From there, we go to Batman number 54, and they're starting a new story arc. They just finished the Mr. Freeze story arc, and I'm pretty excited about this one because it's called Shadows of the Past, and you see, you know, Batman and Dick, and then you have, you know, from when Dick was Robin, and then Dick is Nightwing here, so we'll get a nice, you know, Bruce Wayne, Dick Grayson team up with Dick as Nightwing, and, you know, I'm hoping this book's, you know, kind of still going to be maybe going back on the upswing after kind of dipping into a valley with the wedding that still kind of disappointed over. But, you know, if this is well written, a storyline like this would be enough to really make me sing its praise again if they can do a good job with one of my favorite characters in the world, Nightwing, a.k.a. Dick Grayson. So, Batman number 54. And speaking of Nightwing, we got 2 Nightwing books. This was from last week, but I didn't go pick it up. But it is Nightwing Annual number 1. And unlike the other annuals, this is actually the conclusion of the Nightwing storyline that was going on. So this isn't just a one-shot. This is must-read to conclude that previous storyline, which I was really enjoying with, you know, the dark web and everything kind of going on. It's kind of like a new take. It's like a new take on cyber terrorism. It's been an okay story so far, and this is the conclusion. So, looking forward to reading this. And then after I read that, I will go to the brand new story arc, Harm's Way, Part 1, and Nightwing number 48. Silencer is going to make a guest appearance in this issue, and yeah, brand new story arc. We'll see how it goes. I don't really have a whole lot I can comment on because, well, part of my pull list is the conclusion to the previous story arc, but we'll see how everything plays out, and yeah, we'll go from there. And then finally, my last book that was supposed to get last week, but due to All In, wasn't able to. They're doing more Looney Tunes DC crossovers. The Joker and Daffy Duck. You know, Elmer Fudd and Batman ended up being just a phenomenal book last year, and I saw this and thought this might be a pretty entertaining and fun read, so we'll see how it goes. I've done my best to avoid spoilers and reviews so I can keep fresh on this book, and I'm looking, this is probably going to be the first one I read out of this entire pull list. Just seems like an interesting concept, and you know, the interesting concept from last year was Batman and Elmer Fudd, and maybe they'll keep it going. But that is the bounty this week. No new collectibles, no new figures after an expensive wrestling weekend. Unfortunately, gotta be a little bit more picky and choosy about figures and collectibles, but they'll still be around. Let me know what you bought from your local comic shop in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, a share, subscribe, check out more content. Check out past videos, not just from the world of comic books, but from the world of pro wrestling, gaming, anime, and all things geek culture. And if you want more content, please go like the Facebook page at facebook.com/athleticgeek89. But I'm out. Y'all be cool. Later.